All right, we're gonna try again. Mr. Fishy. Let's do this.
So it turns out this may actually be a random occurrence.
Oh, is it really?
I tried looking it up a little bit, and there's a pretty solid split of. I think I was victim of the throw Bowser 64 times and play as Luigi crowd.
Get perfect ranks on 007 on highest everything, and you can play as Sean Connery in the multiplayer.
Yeah. You can obtain the Triforce in Ocarina of Time by putting blue fire in 5 secret locations and...
Man, the 64 was just a magical time for kids whose uncles worked at Nintendo.
Oh my god, and like, they spanned the entire globe. Everybody knew the same, like, how... That's 5G. That's the real 5G, is the interconnected child brain network of internet rumors and Marilyn Manson missing a rib and that's...
Either that or there was one guy who worked at Nintendo, his name was Carl, and he just like traveled the world siring his brother traveled the world siring children in the thousands.
Yeah.
In order to create this omni uncle.
Yeah.
He must have had what would the equivalent of be, like a message board on Netscape Navigator to distribute this information.
Yeah, I was trying to think of that classic, that joke, whatever, of the silent like the mice in Cinderella, or like just that magical Santa Claus specter of a being that is always like just ever present, but you never know what that they're the ones who actually. Wasn't that like a thing, like the guy who like pulls your chair out from beneath you, like the bad luck, the bad luck demon or something, but like for good luck. Like for good.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, like it's always there. I don't know. The metaphor is getting away from me, but yes, the guy who somehow spread all the rumors to all the children.
Misinformation, Krampus. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a beehive down there. Okay. So we've opened up a new wing, and it's fucking huge.
No, God, I'm reliving right now with you. Like I know how the lair basically goes. I get lost a little bit toward the end, but Jesus, yeah, it just opens up. Like, my God.
I'm gonna have to play a little resolution fuckery for a second, so don't be alarmed, because... So we did have a problem where the save data just kind of wiped itself. I don't know what happened. So I did have to replay the first 4 worlds. And rest assured, I did re-screen grab all of the Brentilda stuff. Because
it's new.
It's new, yeah. Those change.
Yeah.
There are... Everything she says has 3 possible variants, and it will be... Each one will be randomized every time you start up a new game.
Oh, good call. Yeah, I would not have thought to do that.
Yeah, I was playing through and I was just like, fuck it, Treasure Trove Cove. All right. Oh shit! And then I remembered, like, I gotta go around and like talk to her in all the different places again.
I once cheated on a test off of the kid next to me, and I finally that day learned the hard way what was meant all those weeks and months, what the A and the B version of the test meant. I did not know why that was like on the top of all the papers and everything.
Why would you do so? Oh, because children are awful.
Yeah. Rat bagels and rat sorbet.
She really likes rat. Yeah, wouldn't it be egg on my face if we, probably retake that one. Agate pie, dinner. Oh, these are terrible. Oh, what is this? Oh, man. Fire that cameraman.
Maggot new paragraph for Din.
We're gonna do that all again.
Rat bajels. You're gonna have so many pictures.
I'll trim it down.
You're not gonna be able to parse it out.
I have a process.
You gonna stitch them together in a video, like a little stop motion?
Yep.
Brintilda showcase.
That one's probably fine.
Pie for dinner and then sorbet for dessert.
Don't tell Brintilda how to live. I mean, don't tell Brintilda how to live. Don't tell either.
How do you make sorbet out of
rats?
Yes. Do you use a perpopulator or whatever the thing? I need the chef from the hitherto unknown method of julienning shallot or whatever.
So I was watching Baking with Babish, and he makes one of the dishes from the movie, and he needs a crinkle cutter in order to do it.
Okay.
And he orders one off of Amazon, and part of the video is just him like trying to use it and going, "This thing is not sharp. I don't understand why I bought this. This made the whole process more difficult. It took me an hour to do what should have taken 10 minutes. And by the way, never buy a crinkle cutter you can rip apart with your bare hands." And then he just tears the thing in half and throws it away.
Oh, terrible.
Oh, it looks so fucking flimsy and bad.
Can you draw on your pictures?
Maybe?
With the Switch?
There is an editing button. Add text. I don't know. You can definitely add text, it looks like. Send to smartphone.
This needs to be the whole stream. Drawing. It's like a Pictionary. Draw like a round circle with a rat in it.
Oh, God.
And then the word dinner.
We're just going to play it's going to be the worst WarioWare game just for 3 hours straight. That's good enough for breakfast. I know what those 4 letters mean. For bread.
Yeah, what if they're having it on Pink's Hot Dogs on La Brea Avenue? And you don't know.
I still have just very fond memories of that chili dog I got when I visited you that one time.
It's very good.
It was so good. It was a Lord of the Rings dog. It came with chili and an onion ring. It was so good.
I know the names are so like. Oh, you can break the webs by with eggs. By the way,
well, that's what it was. That's why I was beak bombing it earlier. Not beak bombing. Beak busting it earlier. No. What's the slam move called again?
Perpopulator.
I was perpopulating it again earlier, and it was bouncing off. And I was like, "Why isn't?"
I should learn the name of that stupid thing so I can actually make a proper joke.
Oh my God.
See, it's quite hard work to lump around that squawking. It'll show you the other one if you.
So we haven't actually made a pair, but these cauldrons are your fast travel system. We've unlocked a couple of them by now.
You know, you kind of just. I mentioned briefly last time how I get kind of a tick when people just homogenize all of the things into another thing by borrowing the names of one video game and calling it another. Like, oh, everything's a heart piece. Okay, yeah. So this is the not orange. Not red, but the slightly. But anyway, you just now called it the fast travel. I think for the first time I'd ever heard it that, and I don't know what made me go off on that tangent just now, but I was just like, man, yeah, even in 2000, I don't know, it just seems so normal to me. I'm like, yeah, big lair, cool. and now fast travel is treated as such a treat now. You know, like, oh man, like the Horizon games, you have to like utilize a resource to like do it, or there's some other thing I forget. But like, am I making sense? Like this seems so natural. I didn't call it fast travel. I was just like, wow, yes, they
a way to get around.
They graciously gave us, and now it's just kind of like a, and this was before like sprawling open world, 10 trillion icons on the map type of situation.
That's not viable yet. The thing we need in there.
Well, you might as well get rid of it though.
But if I get rid of it now, it won't look a certain way in a cutscene later.
Oh, I'm unaware of any goodies.
So, next world. We opened this up last time, but now that we're in this wing, we're at the front door.
This was the one. Did you get Cheeto? That's the one near Cheeto, right?
Yes, yeah, I did. Okay. I reacquired the blue eggs.
I just saw that you have like almost 200 eggs. I should have just known.
It's all good. So we have a new move in this world. It's a very fun move.
So this is the one that this is the level that stole your lunch money and
beat me up
and fucked your prom date and
just ruined my entire
traumatized your
life.
childhood or something.
It is. Yes, it is. Foggy is out fetching presents.
You gotta learn all their voices.
Oh my god.
Or does only one of them speak?
I guess. So this is kind of a Christmas level, like in that it is winter and therefore Christmas, because the Christians take over everything.
That is what winter is.
Winter is Christmas. And so is most of fall and part of spring. I love Bobby
and Halloween. Halloween is also Christmas. Couldn't have. Yeah. What a jackass.
Funk. Nope. This is how we help. This is helping. This is not helping. We'll have to find another way to help.
More power. I need more. So do you do that? Yeah, I was just about to say that happens. Okay, so you're aware. You have a.
I remember.
You have a. Yeah. Okay. That's such a silly little. They couldn't just make it a hill. It was.
Like, that to me feels like the kind of thing where like they were putting the level geometry together, and it was just like, well, we don't have enough. We can't put in enough, you know, polygons to make this smooth because we'll run out of RAM and everything will explode.
Yeah, so now you jump over the note because fuck you.
So we have these snowmans throwing snowballs, which I need to actually keep an eye on you. Nope, they just kind of like rub their hands together and a snowball appears. It's like, where are they getting the material from? Are they just tearing apart their own flesh to throw at me?
Maybe they must absorb it from the ground like roots.
Very.
And then they do like little Play-Doh balls in their hands, you know. Or if you're like me, the free bread at the restaurant where you put it into a ball.
We are learning the beak bomb. Launch Kazooie like a missile. So many moves rely on just Kazooie's face.
Yes. She's who's carrying who here?
Kazooie is by far the star of the show. Like, but she has no charisma. That's the thing. She's very aggressive. She doesn't like do PR well, so that's why we need like, you know, a cuddly, lovable bear man to be the face, while Kazooie is the actual competent one in the group.
That makes sense. It's all just marketing. It's all corporate doublespeak.
We have, and of course with ice level comes slippy sliding. Always the slippy slidey. But notably, the Talon Trot, no slippy slide.
I was gonna say, yeah, wait, you gotta just... Why would you ever use your stupid bare feet ever again?
So, beak bomb. Been a long time since I aimed one of these things. Let's see how this goes.
It's impossible to aim.
Points?
So I think...
Oh.
Yeah, so it's strange. Like, your instinct wants you to level out. And by that I mean it's where the like camera is, not where you'd suspect where her face is pointing.
Ow.
See how like her head was kind of.
Oh, that clearly hit the head.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you'll spend a lot of time lining up her like neck and head kind of area. But it's kind of, you have to imagine there's like a crosshairs.
Yeah.
And it's the middle of the screen, and it's really annoying.
But yeah, using the beak bomb consumes red feathers. It's always good to re-up your stock. And yeah, these snowmans, they got those big shoot me here X's right on their hats. Which I guess we're going by the Frosty's magic hat principle here. You remove the hat and they just turn into inanimate snow.
I believe they, that's in the song. Oh, wow.
Well timed.
That's in the song about the big red X.
Oh, yeah.
On his Frosty's head.
Don't you shoot my big red X or I will surely perish. That's not the melody at all. What am I doing?
Yeah, but... So yeah, you...
How the fuck does the Frosty the Snowman song go? Damn it!
Yeah, I still don't know what you gotta line up. I don't, like, there's kind of like the straight kind of up and down where her neck is, so I don't know if it's like that area where like, or if it's like her head.
Hello, Beehive.
But it's absolutely not where you think, as demonstrated by your
repeated missing.
Yeah, like, you're aiming well, it's just like, no.
The game is slightly off kilter. Okay. We have other things to deal with, like that dancing present there, but I want to get this damn snowman out of the way first. And I found... And I do remember very specifically, because going for the 100 notes... You want to try to, like, you know, before you start in earnest, it's good practice to, you know, clear out anything that might be a problem.
Yeah.
And these snowmen are definitely a problem.
Yeah, even that present you were talking about just now is better with their absence.
Come on, baby.
I think you should go to the further away ones.
Got him.
There you go. They're doing a tight turn radius there.
Get that taken care of. Every time you see a flight pad appear in an unusual spot, it promotes a little bit of dread. Like, ah, shit. What do they want me to do with that? Oh, I guess also we should point out in the recurring thread of water that looks fine.
Oh yeah, thank you.
But go to hell.
Yeah. For you, Banjo. And the game lets you learn that the hard way.
Yeah, yeah. Every time it's like, oh, this water looks totally normal. Fuck you, there's a shark. Fuck you, there's piranhas. This one looks like, you know, gross, disgusting sewer water, as we explained last time. Like, oh no. You can swim, it's fine. Pollution will never hurt you in water.
Yeah, especially if you're a bear. In America.
America. So the Twinklies, these little lights, they gotta get to the tree, but these giant light-eating monsters?
Did they just name them? I think they named them.
We gotta play whack-a-mole.
The Twinkly Chompers, the Papoopanus. What the hell did I can't even remember the stupid name I made up For the thing I don't remember the name of.
Got a rat-a-tat rap to knock him down.
Oh, that's right. They don't die. You have to like.
And we got a minute to get 10 lights to the tree. Now Christmas is ruined.
By the way, you can just have them just walk away and it'll work. If they're off the screen, they don't exist.
Oh, really? Like, if I just,
yeah.
If I just went over here, the lights would just, like, have a clear path. The turtle, the baby turtles will make it to the sea because no seagulls exist.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I wanted to see how hard it was.
I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, God, limited RAM space. Most of the time, you made my life awful. It's safe for Wozza to come out now. Wozza!
What up, Wozza? Yikes.
Oh, no.
Let me just block this door with my ass.
A nasty, fierce bear. Yep, nothing could possibly happen, Wozza. Wait, really? That's weird. They've done some strange remapping. Huh. So, I now have a proper... I did go out and get a Pro controller.
Oh, nice.
So, Z and Y, which translates to nothing, because just A and B, and the right stick is the C buttons, right? But Z and Y will pull up the Talon Trot. And then Z and X will do a back egg.
But no front.
Yeah, for front, you got to use the stick the way the Lord intended.
you like get like a run up for these notes and then like go around.
Thank God Kazooie is part mountain goat.
I know. Man, every time I see those fucking mountain goats, I will see them. I don't believe they can do what they do, and then I go and I look at them doing what they do, and I still don't believe it. Like, what?
How does an animal have Game Genie cheats for real life? Explain.
They don't have toes. Like, how can they grip? No, it's not real. Everyone's all like, oh, birds aren't real. No, it goes. Ibexes. I am anti Ibex.
Those curly whirly horns, like, nah, not allowed. Get out of here. Let's see. So we can probably like jump and lose a little health in the process, but we have powers of flight, so why not take the easy route and then try to kill the snowman on the way?
You know, I was gonna say they I mean, the maps are a little simplistic for sure. Oh, I thought you were gonna sneak under the radar there. Yeah. But they did a good job of making it so like flight doesn't equal you've broken the game.
No, certainly not. Oh, whoops. That was a slide. Yeah, like I could fly to the top of the snowman. By the way, there's a giant snowman in the middle of it. I guess I haven't really taken a good look at him, but...
Oh, yeah.
That's a big old boy. Look at this massive thing that has just been in my field of view and somehow hidden also.
That's Mr. Frazizi. Free ZZ Peak. That's him. That's...
Finally, the hit NES puzzle game. Fire and Ice. Except for doing Ice first, because that's the level order. But yeah, I could certainly fly to the top of Mr. Frazizi, but that doesn't mean shit. Like, much like Clanker, he's got depths and challenges about his person, and flying does nothing to help you with most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
See, now you're too close. Just go to the next one. You're too low. Aim more with the backpack. I'm getting a sense. Wow, these guys are crack shots.
Waha! Okay, snowballs.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
You're
now.
reminding me of that.
Oh, too low.
You're reminding me of that game, Ace Combat.
Oh, yeah.
A friend let me borrow one of them one time in like 2004.
Got him.
And he's like, oh yeah, Ace Combat, here, play it, you'll love this. And I'm like, all I do is just kind of hold the accelerate button, and then if you miss with the missiles, you have to like hold left or right and then circle around for 6 hours and go, oh, did I hit the... I'm like, what is so great about this game? And they're still making them. People are like, oh yeah, Ace Combat 6, Ace Combat 7, and I'm like, I don't... You just kind of wander around a blue expanse, and like that's the whole game. I don't understand what the hell. And this is you, yeah. You're like, you miss slightly, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just kind of circle back. First try.
That's the secret. That's the stuff. Get right in their face. So the point of the projectile nature of the move is completely lost.
Yes.
That's the golden ticket. What are our Mumbo tokens at? Oh, we have just enough. Ace Combat got better at ratcheting up the theatrics. Yeah,
I'm not the authority on Ace Combat for sure.
Why did I land here? Why didn't I fly over there?
I don't know. Well, there's a hollow honeycomb and a token.
Yes, I did it to collect this stuff. Right, I did it to do the good. Even though I could have gotten this after I had done the thing, but no.
Actually, yeah, because for all that the RAM sucks and we make fun of it, all of that will remain intact.
It's so inconvenient to get the Mumbo for no reason. All right, let's see. Where's the skinniest part of the moats? Leap! Oh,
wow.
Barely. Oh, that was
I was gonna say, yeah, you got brave there.
Leap!
Yeah, you can go on to the decline, tiny bit.
Yeah. You can even like dip your toe in the water like ever so slightly, and it won't ding you. But it's yeah, you're playing with anti-fire there, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say. I wish I was playing with fire. Then it'd be warm.
You know what? I'm just gonna go back and get that damn light pad again, just because I can. Because we've seen what happens when I play fast and loose with health.
Yeah, I just love the like silence. You're like, you know what? I can't think of the word. You're better at Englishing than me, but just that like silent retreat, like. You know what? And then just like for like 10 hours. Yeah, okay, fine, I'll take the long way. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
I know there's a faster way.
It's like the opposite of your dad on a long car ride. Like, don't talk to me, Brenda. I know that there's a shortcut somewhere, but this is more guaranteed.
Okay, you have to beak bomb into the mouth though. Otherwise. Wow. I forget if Bottles does it every time you talk to him, or just the first time, or it does happen though. Strong bed. That's
yeah. You can get top offs from Bottles, but typically when I'm in a situation where it's becoming a problem, I don't really have the luxury of getting back to Bottles.
He's right. In this case, he's right near that flight pad though.
Oh, you're right. I could have topped off
since we're talking about the silent defeat of blind rage.
You're right. I could have done that. Anyway, Mumbo, do your stuff. And now I become Walrus.
Her.
Just such a happy little walrus. His eyes just convey so much joy. Walruses are awful and will kill you.
I'm every animal is like that now. I'm convinced.
Most of them.
Every other week I hear like, oh, did you know that you know, we've already gone down to like hippos and anteaters and everything. Like, oh, did you know that, like, you know, just adorable kittens can they'll kill? Or actually, that one's already been done.
Yeah.
Oh, your cat will eat you if you adore.
Well, not even that. There's a fucking what was that YouTube channel? The guy who does like the Morgan Freeman impression talking about animals. Do you know the one I'm talking about? It's like a silly nature channel. It's a good time.
Oh, I might have. No, there's a Jinjo, like behind one of these houses, right?
There you are.
Oh. Hi.
I heard the whistle. But yeah, there's like a jungle cat somewhere in South America that is just like perpetual, like it will live and die its entire life, kitten-sized and kitten-shaped.
Yeah, but it hunts like more mass per animal or something, right?
Yeah, it is like one of the pound for pound deadliest predators on the planet, and you can just pick him up and just scritch his little tum.
Yeah.
And it's not going to do shit to you because, you know, I'm literally, you know, a fucking 300 of it, but...
Nature is cruel. Duckinator nods in solemn agreement, yeah.
Yes. It is a cold, heartless world. And walruses will fucking kill you. And seals will fucking kill you. And snowmen hide all the good stuff around their feet. Or
that is true. Yeah, I saw that on Planet Earth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, David Attenborough like had a whole thing about it. It was delightful.
You know, it is easy to dismiss. I spoke to you about my revelation about alligators and just how deadly they are. Not that that's a mystery, but like I had to like come to terms with just exactly.
Oh yeah.
How they'll fuck you up. But it's really easy to dismiss because even now we're joking, but like, yeah, like a walrus. There's that mumbo joking. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you see them and they're all funny and floppy on an island, and they just kind of sit there and they're not very fast. But just think for a second what you would do on a cold island, just a tiny rock that only he knows how to get to and from, and there's just like 600 pounds of walrus. It decides it wants to eat you. I don't really know what I would do, even though it's very slow.
Oh, it's a baby walrus. Give me I'm a present. Give me someone who said it's a 600-pound baby walrus. You said.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I thought, yeah, easy mode for this one. Let's not get into the more difficult.
And also, like, and I feel like, you know, it doesn't get said because it appears like an obvious point, but bears repeating their face. They have 2 swords on their face. They can stab you twice by headbutting. Anyway, we are now friend-shaped.
You might have to switch back to Banjo and then the walrus again, because I forget the order of operations here in terms of who fits on what vehicular device and whatnot.
So we got
goats, big
goats. So Wozza lets us into his cave now, and since the seal has been broken, so to speak.
Are we about to approach the dark times?
We need to be Banjo first. Walrus Banjo can't get up there. Also, again, things I didn't say out loud, but I guess actually weren't being said out loud. Walruses can survive in the cold water just fine, much like the alligators in the piranha water.
Yes, yeah, we're talking because there's you said that on the last stream or whatever it was, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, there's like no survivable water in this game, like clankers.
Yeah,
the place you'd least expect.
That's about it. Like, there's a little bit in another level later on, but they find a way to say, no, actually, fuck you, that'll kill you twice as hard.
Cool, you got the
honeycombs.
Those ones in my little kid brain were always the, I mean, the notes obviously, but the honeycombs were like the big collectible. Like, oh, if I forget that, what am I gonna do?
They provide the most like immediate, tangible. We'll be back, Walrus friend. Don't you worry, Wozza. Like immediate, tangible, but like health bar equal bigger.
Oh yeah, that was such a huge thing. I borrowed Mega Man X from a friend, and not knowing. I didn't beat that game for a million years, but I had the Super Nintendo cart that I borrowed. And I just played around with it, whatever, and I was like, oh, cool, I found this, I found that weapon, and oh, I can't quite beat this. And then the friend who let me borrow it finally dropped like a week later. He's like, oh yeah, you know, you can get the tanks or whatever, and those make your health go up. I was like, oh, well, yeah, so do the health power-ups. He's like, no, they make your health go up. And I was like, oh, what? And my whole life was changed. I was like, there's permanent upgrades to what?
That magical moment in a child's life when you learn the difference between like, oh yeah, health item and maximum health item.
Yeah.
I think we're done with the walrus.
Not exactly, but you can easily get. Yeah, I would go around with Banjo. You're not all the way done with the walrus just yet.
Well, I know a number of things we can do as the bear, and a lot of notes are up on top of Mr. Freezeezy, so... Make me a bear again. I was getting my brains mixed up, because I wasn't expecting the walrus, like, leading up today's stream. I was expecting the ice level in 2E. And I guess I can just talk about it because, like, whatever, I don't know if I'm ever going to play Banjo-Tooie, but the ice level in 2E, you play as a snowball, is the transformation?
I remember that. Is that the fire ice level?
I think so,
like,
yeah.
Dragons at the top or something?
Yeah. You have to, like... You have to roll in snow to get bigger and increase your health.
Oh, yeah!
And you have to get... like close to fire and like melt yourself to get smaller, but you lose health. And so it, like, in order to fit through certain sized doors, it's this like balancing act with your health. It's a really cool idea. Also, this scarf is the best thing ever because yellow chunks have notes and red chunks have feathers, and that's how it should be. Oh,
I know. Can you imagine if it was the other way?
Just to screw with me. Also, I think this scarf is like the only spot in the game Banjo can run without the slippy slide, or in this level, rather, without the slippy slideys.
No, the game.
The whole fucking game. Banjo
Maybe
walks...
the top of the hat. And yes, Duckinator, I must reiterate, yeah, that the permanent upgrade system. Because yeah, before that, all I knew was lives. Oh, a mushroom. Oh, a Tanuki tail will give you an extra hit. Yoshi is an extra hit. Like, whoa, but those are fleeting. Enjoy them while you can, young one. For your upgrades are not permanent until Mega Man X.
And then when you grow up, if you want one of these, it'll cost you $1.99.
Yo. I think there's some on top of the hats.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm fairly certain they're not that hard to come by. But there's a Jiggy in the pipe, so you're here now.
Never mind the nose. Okay.
Oh, and in the Christmas tree.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't actually slam the button. That's right. Delicate. Careful. Don't look.
Oh no, this is the
down.
one slidey place on the pipe. I've fallen off completely and died.
I'll ride the sled. Give it a second. There's stuff to do up here.
Yeah, then we gotta come back. It's like you didn't even read Cheaper by the Dozen. No, just me? Okay. That joke didn't land.
Nope, totally. Yep. I know. It is a movie starring Steve Martin, and I have the advanced knowledge knowing that it's a remake. That's all I got.
Well, it's a book from like the Great Depression era. I'll explain it in a. I'll explain my incredibly shitty joke in a second here. But I wanted to point out, it bothers me so much still that each present has their own, like, I don't know what code language to call it. Like, it has its own slot. Each one of the presents has a maximum of one, rather than the 3 presents you're going to get, if that makes sense. It's so stupid.
Time for gravity.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I know you were waiting. Oh, and there's a Momo token.
Whee!
Get it.
Helping. You really should get to a hospital after that, my man. That's not good.
Yeah, like, how did he swallowed that thing whole?
And then had, like, just a very large object moving very fast land on him. Not good times. Boggy, sort your life out, mate. What are you doing?
I got, for a half a second there, the exit pad crept onto the screen there, and I was like, ooh, shiny thing. No, oh, wait, no.
No, don't do that.
Idiot.
Bullish. 20 notes remain before that is option.
Yeah, Duckinator, this game was made in the era before they changed how you do CPR. That was the proper way to do CPR before. Jump off of a mountain on a sled.
You know,
if your friend was dying, just land on them with 400 foot-pounds of force or whatever the hell.
I have taken multiple CPR classes for work and things, and I still, like, just don't ever want to have to do that. Like, ever. Under any circumstances. That sounds awful. For me, the person who definitely has the better of the 2 positions in this arrangement.
Yeah, that's the best it will get.
It's only like, oh, you're probably gonna break someone's ribs, and it's gonna be just like the most physically and emotionally exhausting thing you will ever do. And odds are they'll die anyway. Like like that's the thing they don't tell you as a kid. Like, the odds of CPR actually working are just abysmally small.
What do you mean? It's magic air pump life-saving superpower juice. I that's what CPR, that's what the letters in CPR stand for. Superpower save works every time.
Oh, also, if someone's choking and you, like, whack them on the back between the shoulder blades, apparently, like, you might dislodge it, but also you're much more likely to just, like, make them suck in and fuck it up even more.
Cool.
Mrs. Doubtfire is a monster, is what I'm saying. Pierce Brosnan's fucking dead.
Yeah. That's funny. I quick aside, I do still hold up Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but there's it's a pretty good portrayal of someone who might actually get food dislodged from. What I'm trying to say is, I can notice in other media when it's just so obviously fake, and so the actor just puts like chunks of food in their mouth, and they're like, and it's just so not forceful at all and dumb, and that's a stupid thing. So let me explain my other crappy joke, cheaper by the dozen.
Oh, really quick before we go into that though, Duckinator, cool, perfect resurrection. Yes.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I think that's how you're meant to get to the top of the hat, because you're supposed to go, oh no, my red feathers. Surely I won't waste those. Go on the broom while you're here, if that's not what you're doing. I had to read it for 7th grade. I'm sorry, 9th grade summer reading when I went to my fancy pants private school, and it was terrible. And they're like, oh, we'll give you homework before you're even here. Fuck you.
And if you do enough, you get a free pizza.
Oh, no, we were poor.
None of that.
No.
You didn't have the Pizza Hut summer reading program? That wasn't a thing?
No, it was homework. It was, here's summer reading, you'll have a test the first Tuesday you're back.
Oh, that sucks.
It wasn't a for funsies little derp-a-doo, we're all gonna hit up Chuck E. Cheese after... No. It was fuck you, do 50 rosaries, or whatever. I never learned the religion part. It's a story about a man in like Depression era times. Woo. And him and his wife have 12 children. It's a true story.
That sucks.
The Gilbreths. Their last name is only important because he made up a stupid little funzo thing called a Thurblig. Whoa, that's like our name backwards, huh? Anyway, if you watch the Steve Martin movie, it'll say, based on the book by Frank Gilbreth and whatever. So he's like a factory worker man, but he's like the efficiency expert. He makes the factories run smoothly, and he just sits and tinkers and finds ways. He's the over-engineer of his time. But he makes a good living for a man in that era with 12 goddamn kids. And the only way he can keep his sanity is by running his household like a factory. So the kids line up and they all brush their teeth in this order, in this way, and they, and it's not like a militaristic thing. He's very lighthearted about it, but like he is very
with that many children, everything has to become an assembly line, or you'll just
he's very economical in his approach to efficiency. And to this day, I cannot do...
What the fuck?
Just land.
Oh my god. Run away.
Like, maybe if I keep blocking this ice with my face.
I kept getting caught in this weird loop where like the damage animation was kicking in and I couldn't make inputs happen.
Oh, it looked like you were flying toward...
No, I was trying to I was wildly jamming on buttons.
It might only be when he teaches you the move. Shit. But so there's one such part of the book where he's like, I've discovered that buttoning my buttons from the bottom instead of starting my buttons at the top every day before I go to work saves like 4 seconds. And like, that's what this man was like. Everything had to be the most efficient it could possibly be because it was his livelihood. And I read that book like 20 years ago and I still can't do, if anything is like, I'll cut across this neighbor's lawn to walk to the store or whatever. I think of that book and I'm just forever cursed to be like, cheaper by the dozen, and that's my stupid thing. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds much better than the alternative of we're in Depression era America, we have a dozen kids, 10 of them are definitely getting sold to labor barons.
Yeah, and then we'll eat the other 2. And I agree. You have to light up the tree first if you're trying to fly through the... Yeah,
I gotta hit the button. I flew through it once and then remembered like, oh right, I gotta hit the button. And then I went down and then we saw the just the fun times that created. Okay, come on. Button. Oh my...
I'm pretty sure you just spit eggs at it. I'm just imagine if you fell into the not safe water and then this is going well.
Hey, button pressing projectile implements.
I see now why you went to the flight pad. I was like, why is he going? Oh yeah, also you've got a minute, I guess.
Oh shit. Everything's on a timer. You know what? Maybe I'll let this go until I get those other notes. See, this is me once again. Like, you know what? I'll take the long way around because it's safer.
Huh.
Where are those other... I have 12 notes left. Where could they be?
Can you get in the tree presently, or is that only after it's...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, shit, you're right. I might need mumbo token.
There's a mumbo token in the the tree pot. Just for your trouble. I love that. Is that the timer that I'm hearing? Like they've added a melody to
Oh, you're
the.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Huh.
Yeah, it's gone
Cool.
now. That ding dong.
Yeah. So yeah, you should be able to climb the tree trunk.
Shit, wrong button.
That's the one.
Not high enough. The one thing
This is, I'm laughing at the 64 era of it all. Like,
yeah, this small pond is just my Waterloo, apparently.
I was playing Mario Odyssey, and it was just very apparent, like, how not great at 3D platformers I am. Like, jeez, the precision of the spacing is just.
I forgot about going in the tree. With the termites. Are there notes in here? Certainly are.
There's something. Oh yeah, the Jiggy that's in there, but you have to break the thing, I think.
Yeah. Let's do this first. This is the most important thing ever. What was I saying? What was I thinking? What was my brain?
Nice.
And exhale.
Now you can brain again.
Now I can fucking just do all kind. Fuck you, termite. Fuck you.
What? Why did you bounce? What the hell was that?
I guess you can't jump on the termites.
It doesn't just hurt you. Try it again. Oh. See, like, how many presents do you have?
You have one.
God damn it.
No indication of your ultimate goal. I mean, it is likely
I can't
that
possibly remember 3 things.
I was gonna say it's likely that the igloo is one of the first places you're gonna go in this level, and you'll meet the kids, and that's how you'll know. But... No, fuck you. Okay, so we gotta bust that up. Banjo, do you remember how to do that?
I think that's what flying through the star.
Oh,
does.
it's all connected. But we got the notes. Oh, and we gotta get. We need one more Jinjo too, and then then all of the deletable stuff will be safe.
Oh, I forgot Jinjos do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it doesn't become around here-ish. It starts to become a problem in terms of like the precariousness of getting.
Yeah. Some levels get tricky.
Also, he's in here.
Yeah,
I just remembered.
He's in this room. Where,
But at what cost, Raqus?
Okay,
at what
so...
cost is...
Let's just get this Jinjo and not look in...
Take that noisy orange thing.
Yeah,
I think there's something in your teeth there. Why don't you take a peek in that mirror? That reflective surface.
Oh, yeah, this thing.
Why don't you zoom in and...
That thing right there ruined my fucking childhood. I
agree.
Years, literal years. I was in high school trying to get that fucking key. And I ultimately did. I found out how to do it. I'd have to look it up now because it's very complicated, but I found out how to do it.
That's right. See, I didn't know it was there until after I'd already completed the game because they like tell you.
Yeah.
Which started this lovely journey. It kind of shaped my relationship. It's why I'm always on your streams, pissing and moaning about AAA games, and then everybody hates me because I'm long-winded and I talk too much. But like this type of relationship with games where you play the game, you earn a little bit more, it gives you some more level, you go to that level, you earn a little bit more, you get 98% of the thing, and then the game's like, wait, you could do some more stuff. Let me show you how. And then you beat the game, and then there's like more to do. Like there was such a give and take relationship between the player and the game in this era before everything was DLC. And then yes, as you were saying, it just coincidentally or ironically or whatever the correct actual usage in this case would be, in that this game just fucks you over in the worst way. I'm praising this relationship and so much. And
they
then
had good intentions. I will say that much.
Okay.
So, and also to just chat really quick, Empress, I don't know why the notification didn't work. I don't know why Twitch does many of the things it does. But glad you're here.
It's about as often as the Banjo select screen random animations that Twitch will
Just
give
let-
you. So you got to do it 3 times.
3 times through the star. Slowly.
Easy.
It's a Sweeney Todd joke.
Nice. Not bad. That is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and tight turns. And then, like, it's actually a really generous time limit, but, you know, I'm on a time limit pressure, and then you make mistakes. What were we talking about?
The relationship between gamer and...
Yeah, so, I mean, I will chalk that up entirely to the corporatization of game development in the last... Because, like, in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was more of a niche hobby done by nerds who liked video games, and they weren't really in it for a profit. They were in it for, you know, this is a thing we like to do. And then the corporate dickheads got their hands on it, and it's like, hey, what do you mean we have like you have a crafted experience that has like a delicate interplay between player and creator to come together to make a cohesive experience that's enjoyable. Fuck that, how do we monetize it?
Yeah, which honestly... Let me possibly put my foot in my mouth a little bit here. If you could monetize that experience well, I don't know that I would really have a problem with it. Obviously, there's caveats and asterisks to that whole thing.
I mean, my biggest problem would be like the addictive nature of it, like tricking people into spending thousands of dollars like that.
There's not a perfect way for me to say that, but my actual point is the kind of inverse of that, which is they're building their empire on the corpse of something that already worked. And I'm sure I don't need to explain this to you or chat. I'm just on a soapbox here. Like, they saw something that worked and went, oh, I want that. And then you get like nuts and bolts. They're like, what? I don't understand. I take popular name, I take popular thing and put popular on thing, and it no make money no good. It's like, no, it started as the relationship between gamer and game, and you get what I mean? Like, they just
so it's not
follow it out.
Is Nuts and Bolts just a remake with the car shit like slapped on top, or is it a totally different game? I've never actually played it.
Oh, it's a different game. They're just in. I've never played it either, but I looked it up a little bit. And yeah, you're in a different land, and you build cars and you get around. And I'm not even entirely certain there's Jiggies in it and collectible stuff. You just kind of, it's like a shitty gummy ship from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
The game.
There's one. What am I gonna do left? Oh, there's the presents.
Yeah, give them the presents, hit the buttons on the...
Oh, yep.
And then there's 2 sled races you gotta do.
There's 2 for the sled races, okay.
But yes, all that to say, there was a wonderful crafted experience happening around that key. So yeah, it was really funny where it was like, I didn't know the key existed, I knew the key existed, I learned you couldn't get the key, and then 10 years later, I learned you could get the key and put a nice big bow on that whole experience for me. Like,
so
finally.
So for those who are not in the know on this incredibly niche, nerdy fucking thing, the idea was they had made Banjo-Kazooie, and I don't know if it was from the start or somewhere along the process, decided like we're definitely making a sequel. And we want to have some kind of connectivity between the 2 games, right? This wasn't really a thing at the time. Like, you couldn't really import your save data to the next game, you know, Mass Effect style. So what they did was, like, we're gonna put some collectibles in the game, and then we're gonna come up with this technology we're going to call stop and swap, where you put the physical Banjo-Kazooie cartridge into your N64. You load up the game, and then you take it out of the game while the machine is still on, which made my heart skip a fucking beat.
Yep.
And then
Agreed.
really quick, you shove the Banjo-Tooie cartridge in there, and the data from Banjo-Kazooie is still stored in the RAM. You've got like a 30-second window to get Tooie in there, and that's how you can transfer some stuff. It never worked.
Very Nintendo of them to try and innovate a silly new mechanic just because.
Yeah, it did not work at all. It never reached the market. Terrible idea. But they built Banjo-Kazooie on the bet that we'll figure it out by the time Tooie comes out. We'll get it working. They did not. So, the key, and there are two other items. We've already seen one of them. Well, we've seen the hints of it in Treasure Trove Cove. There was that little sign off in the distance that said Shark Food Islands. That's another one. And then the third one we'll actually see later today. That were, you were supposed to be able to collect them, and then they would open shit up in Tooie. There are debug codes for the developers that you can input to actually get them, and you're goddamn right, I'm going to be looking those up and using them when the time comes.
Yeah, like I said, at least a decade later, I learned you could physically collect said items, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just fired up my old save. You're too big for my sled.
Oh, that's what Yep.
You might as well just leave. You could maybe do the buttons because you can't do the second race without the shoes.
Oh, you're right. Those shoes are gonna unlock some shit. Buttons. I've heard Nuts and Bolts is a completion enough game on its own. Just didn't need to be a Banjo-Kazooie game. So strange to put an uncollectible in Collectathon.
I have heard that. Like, it's a competent game, but like, why? I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you, but like, that is so huge for me. I cannot stand this era of just take thing and slap a skin on it. It's ruining. I'll say art, honestly. Like, there's too much of it happening. Velma is one of the more recent examples. It's terrible. Fucking these media companies and everyone are just they wait for someone else to do something well and innovate it well and go, oh cool, that's popular, now I'll just slap a name on there and then I'll get the money. Fuck you, I've stolen everything. Here's AI art, everything sucks. You do the work and I'll just take everything, and that's my rant starting at Nuts and Bolts, which I realize is a whole thing, but that's kind of my
Have I ever
thesis.
Here, how about you? It's like, hey, my good friend Sean, why not read this copy of the Communist Manifesto I just happen to have in my back pocket at all times?
I know how it sounds, but like...
No, but like seriously though, read the Communist Manifesto. Read the Conquest of Bread.
I think I read part of it in a fucking photography class at our hippie-ass school. Does that make sense?
My film class is how I started reading Haruki Murakami, because why the fuck not? Postmodern existential Japanese novelist contemporary Haruki Murakami.
I'm picturing that meme of the like, here you go, Billy. Here's how you learn how to invest money real quick, but don't waste it on... No! But it's like Karl Marx, Haruki Murakami.
Yeah, no, I know this has come up on stream, but yeah, like I have, COVID just drove me, like, before COVID, before Trump, if you ask me, I would have like, moderate, maybe slightly conservative, leaning moderate, and then that whole thing just drove me straight to fucking, like, nope, fucking hang the capitalist pig dogs. Oh,
so what was the deal there? You were talking about a cutscene?
Yeah, so that cutscene right there that we just, well, I realized, like,
Yeah.
as I was ranting about communism, I was talking over it. Yeah, just the spider web in that cutscene. It's the only time you can see it like that. Shut up.
Cool. I was like, surely there's more to it than just you can see the spider web. I will surely find out later, and my friend Raqus will explain in great detail. Oh, that was
No.
it.
No, sometimes
It
I'm just
continues to exist.
sometimes I'm just amused by simple shit.
Fair enough.
It's the one-time nature of it, right? Like, most of the items in this game, when you pick them up the first time, will have a sound bite and then never again.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that. And I actually can't do this either without the running shoes.
My dumb cohorts. Oh yeah, no, this is one of the larger pains in the ass. You can like clip through the wall. There's some fuckery. Oh right, no, because you need to hit a. What switch do you hit? You hit the witch switch. What did it do?
It opened up. The witch switch opened up.
Was I just not paying attention? Is that door open?
That.
What? I don't see it. Like
Yeah,
I see some lines, but I don't.
It's a terrible angle. Hold on, see if I can get it side. Yeah, so you gotta.
I believe you. I don't remember watching it happen.
Yeah, the top piece of the advent calendar up there.
There
That's
we
where
go,
the Jiggy
okay.
is, and the witch switch opened that up.
Yeah, no, I watched you kill the snowman and then very defiantly beak slam from like 30 stories up, like, haha, and then I just blacked out, I guess.